Hey, this is Eric and Jessica for Planting Seeds for Life, and we have something serious to talk to you about. About a week ago, a little over a week ago now, I wasn't sure that she would be sitting beside me tonight or ever again. Now, I don't know how to really start this out, but this has been an ongoing dilemma, so to speak, for a long time. Our daughter was born in December of 2015, and between then and June of 2016, sometime, Jessica started having stomach problems, and she came to the point where it was nearly everything that she ate she would vomit up. And we went to not only her primary care physician, but to a specialist stomach doctor. We considered going to different lifestyle change, or lifestyle, like a lifestyle center where you change everything that you're doing, and we considered going to one that would focus on depression, because she was having major depression. It got really dark here, and a week ago, or a little over a week ago now, it got to its darkest point. She was sleeping all day and all night. She could barely get up to go to the bathroom or get a drink of water. And even the water that she was drinking, she was puking up. I don't know how many people have ever gone through that before, but I know it's not a fun place to be. I was trying to go to work and come home and do the work around the house and watch the kids and take care of Jessica, take her to the doctors. We went to the emergency room. I don't know how many times. They gave her IV fluids. When we went to the doctor, he would give her new prescriptions for whatever, and nothing seemed to make a difference. When things were at the darkest, then God came through. Last Wednesday, on 3 days after Seth's birthday, a friend of ours who used to be a nurse came by, and she was just there to hang out and help with the kids, because she knew how bad off we were. And when Jessica got up and came out to say hi, she said, "Stick out your tongue." And Jessica stuck out her tongue and she said, "You have thrush. It's like a yeast infection, and you probably have it all throughout your body." And from that moment to this, she has done nothing but get better, because we started, she started taking some yeast inhibitors and also being able to put good things back into her system. Now, what was it like for you?
It's not easy to put into words. It was like my body was betraying me. It was suffocating. I told a friend of ours that my body was literally eating itself alive. My mom thought, well, it's just trying to get nutrients, and it's not that it was trying to eat fat, but it was literally just eating itself. It didn't matter what I did, it wouldn't stop.
Can you explain some of the feelings that you've had? What would happen, like when this first started?
Severe pain in the stomach after eating, vomit. Didn't matter what. At first I could eat cottage cheese, yogurt, mashed potatoes, basically baby food. And when we seen the stomach doctor, he put me on some medication that basically masked everything. That did good for a while until I had an A1C test done. And so I stopped the medication and it come back where I couldn't eat. At first it was just solids, and then it went to smoothies. I couldn't keep down a smoothie, couldn't keep down juices or water, and not knowing what's causing it just causes stress and fear.
What was the doctor's reaction nearly every time that you went in to get blood tests?
The CBC panel was showing I got an infection, so they put me on the antibiotic. I've been on antibiotics like every 3 months.
Since before June of last year?
Yeah. I've had several bladder infections and just my last dose of antibiotics was 2 days prior to that Wednesday.
2 days prior?
2 days. It was just really close to that Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because I had taken one that night and then I took 2 the next day. And then I didn't take any after that. Because I really started to feel real sick where I couldn't even keep my liquids down.
I don't know how much of this you remember, but last Tuesday, you were going into convulsions about every 10 minutes after I got home, and I finally took you to the emergency room, and they checked everything and said you were fine and gave you a saline solution and a shot of Phenergan for your nausea. Do you remember much of that?
Not much of it. I remember them saying that the episodes I was having was not epileptic, which we already pretty much assumed it wasn't epilepsy.
But they even went so far as to say that your electrolytes weren't out of balance. Since then, you've had a few convulsions, and we have gotten you some electrolytes, and those have stopped. This is what we've been living with for the last basically year and a half. And I'm thankful that it's over. As soon as she understood it was a yeast infection, you know, every time they prescribed antibiotics for her, they gave her something called diflucan, which is a yeast fighter. They didn't explain that if they're giving you the antibiotics, you're gonna get the yeast. They said, well, this is just in case. There were many times that she was looking in the wrong place for the yeast infection, and there were many times it didn't come, and so she never took the medication. If you have this happen to you, assume that you're going to get a yeast infection somewhere, and take the medication that they give you if you absolutely have to take antibiotics.
And I've even went as far as trying to eat yogurt because of the good bacteria in it to help, but it wasn't enough.
From what I've seen, and I don't know if you've seen, but they say that dairy products actually feed a yeast infection. So you're not getting the good bacteria necessarily. You're feeding the yeast before you're getting the good bacteria, and the yeast is blocking that good bacteria from getting to where it's supposed to be. I've been thinking about this for a while, and there is, you know, I said in my welcome that I wanted to bring the connection between Back to Eden and your health to the forefront. In the film Back to Eden, it says it's all about the covering, which is, you know, the wood chips and stuff to put down in your garden so that your soil can be protected. Well, the yeast was the covering that was lining her stomach and everywhere in between her esophagus, her throat, her tongue, and that was keeping anything from getting through to any of the nutrients from getting through to where they needed to be. And over the last 7 or 8 days, we've been fighting that and getting her back to where her covering is actually the microbes and the bacteria that are supposed to be in your stomach. That covering is gonna bring her back to the health that she needs to be in. We're gonna continue this journey, and we would like you to come and join us as we are, you know, doing different things. We will show you what we're doing and how we're doing it and why we're doing it, so that if there's anybody that has experienced things to this degree, or even if they haven't experienced it to this degree but they're experiencing the same sort of things, then maybe they can benefit from it and be able to learn from our experience. Anyway, that's our 2 cents for the day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you know somebody that can benefit from it, please share. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and check out our other videos as we take you on this journey with us. Thanks for watching. God bless, and see you next time.